two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Lions at 5-8, 3 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 8 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Cook.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now gone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And complete right side to Cook. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangwu now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. but this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A throw over the middle taken in. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And he makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 2, Goff. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd down and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Goff going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave